Welcome today, Boomer Guitar Sessions. Today we are analyzing and we are playing around with T-Bone Walker guitar style. And when we talk about T-Bone Walker, why do we want to learn T-Bone Walker? He is the roots of everything. Like in rock and roll, in guitar heroes, and if you take the Clapton and the Chicago blues and you go further back and you go further back, electric blues starts in a lot of ways with T-Bone Walker. He's one of the guys, he was one of the first to bend notes on a guitar. He's one of the first entertainers to be a guitar player, and he bent notes and he phrased and he sang and he played and he wrote. He had a catalog of stuff, and his playing was super influential. It's like you might not have heard of him, and that's understandable, but you've heard of his offspring. You have your Chuck Berrys, you have your Buddy Guys, you have your Otis Rush. You have all those guys where they're all on the T-Bone Walker tree. Okay? So, what did T-Bone Walker do? Well, everything that we do as a lead guitar player, he's kind of the root of. So, like if we're playing in a blues, first off, he had really high dollar chords. When I say that, he's coming from a swing kind of jump blues background, but he was growing up with swing. He had the same guitar teacher as Charlie Christian. He just went a different path. All right. So the world that they grew up in was a swing world. Okay, so with that said, chord voicings, the kind of chord voicings that were that he would have put into the blues vernacular, like, okay, so if we're playing a blues in G, I might have a G7 here. I don't think that would be like maybe a Freddie Green chord. T-Bone would do something that's more of his style of chord. Okay, so he had his own vocabulary of chords, he had his own vocabulary of melody, and his melody is approachable, and it's a good place. I don't know if it's a good place to start. Yeah, you want to play lead guitar, he's got some history, his stuff, you learn some of his stuff, and it makes sense out of everybody else who was blues inspired. Angus Young, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, all the 70s, a lot of the 80s, Gary Moore, all of that roots it's back to T-Bone Walker. So, with that said, let's check out some of his chord forms and some of the chord ideas and little chord cliches he does. This is what I call the T-Bone Walker ninth chord. The root is actually here. That chord right there is a ninth chord. So this is your third, this is your flat 7, this is your 9, this is your 5. Now, what T-Bone liked to do a lot is he liked to move this around chromatically, which was typical of a lot of jazz in the time that he's coming in. Understanding that T-Bone was not a full-fledged jazz musician, he didn't consider himself a jazz musician. If anything, he was an entertainer, a jump. I don't know if they called themselves jump blues back. That's what we call it now. And later on, he was just like a blues. Just a blues guy, but in the 40s that was jump blues. He was like a kind of a swing band, shrunken down. T-Bone Walker being the leader. So he would either use this as a ninth chord. That's another thing he would do, the tremolo. So these, like T-Bone Walker, the blues with T-Bone Walkers, all these expensive, not super expensive chords, they're usable chords. So anyway, so that's your ninth chord. This is a ninth chord. He would use those jump. He would use that as well. That little cliche probably started with T-Bone Walker. So like a. All right. Another chord that he might use is this is, let's put it in G. That is a G13 chord. There's your ninth chord again. Now the core of what T-Bone did when he soloed, is he used your basic minor pentatonic. Now he is the one that all these things that we hear, the Chuck Berry, B.B. King, all the blues guys that would come after, electric blues guys that would come after him, they took from T-Bone Walker. He was hugely in the blues and rock. He was hugely influential. Whether some of these players knew where the source was or not, it was from T-Bone Walker. That little lick that we attribute to Chuck Berry. That was really T-Bone Walker. One of his licks was like, this is one that you hear him doing all throughout his career. I'll play that slower. Lots of leaning on that minor pentatonic, but that. Also, that little. All right, now, some of the things that he did, let's say, here's an intro that he would use often that you hear on a lot of different recordings, something like a. You also hear Stevie Ray, kind of Riviera Paradise-ish. Stevie or T-Bone Walker did it 40 years earlier, something like that. Augmented chords. You listen to T-Bone Walker, you learn about phrasing. It's about the swing of it. It's like playing blues is not just about playing fast licks without rhythm. All right? T-Bone Walker had that bounce, that swing bounce, but he used it. Now, what he would also do, and this is where he overlapped a little Charlie Christian, he would, in blues, in the electric blues, those extra notes, which is what I call the Chuck Berry scale, but it was really the T-Bone Walker scale. Using those blue notes in there, that sixth interval. Okay, so a little Leonard, it sounds like Leonard Skinner, but it was T-Bone Walker, Buddy Guy. It was like in the 50s, it was Buddy Guy. Anyway, everybody owes a debt of gratitude towards T-Bone Walker. He was a performer. He was a singer. He was a songwriter. He was a guitar hero. He was a shapeshifter. He played stuff differently than anybody else at that time. And he was a teacher. When I say he was a teacher, everybody borrowed from him in the blues circles, just like Charlie Christian was in jazz circles, which we will discuss at a future lesson. So anyway, T-Bone Walker. We could do more T-Bone Walker in the future. Jump blues, swing, blues, anything. What do you want to hear? What do you want to listen to? What do you want to learn? Let me know, and I'll see you next time. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember, you can